Hello and welcome back. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jake. And I have to say, I'm so glad we're talking about this today,
Phone calls in English?
phone calls in English, because I genuinely believe that phone calls are the most terrifying thing about speaking a foreign language, more than grammar, more than vocabulary, more than anything.
Really? More than grammar?
100%. With grammar, you have time to think. With writing, you can go back and fix things. But a phone call? It's live. It's real time. And if you don't understand something, you have about 2 seconds to decide what to do.
That's so true. And the worst part is you can't see the person's face. No expressions, no body language, nothing. Just a voice coming through a phone and you hoping you caught every word.
I didn't catch every word once. I was at work, my phone rang, someone asked me something, I didn't understand, I panicked, I said yes. Turned out I agreed to cancel my credit card. Found out when I tried to pay for lunch and my card was declined, in front of everyone.
Oh no. What did you do?
I pretended to look for another card for about 30 seconds and then said I forgot my wallet. I did not forget my wallet. My wallet was right there.
That is such a relatable panic response. I've done similar things. I once called a restaurant to make a reservation, and the person asked me something about dietary requirements. And I said, yes, please, without fully understanding the question.
What happened?
They brought out a completely separate menu for me, a very long menu. The waiter explained it in great detail. I just nodded and said, perfect, thank you, and then ordered from the regular menu anyway. The waiter looked very confused.
See, this is the thing. Phone calls are hard for everyone learning English, even when your English is good. There's just something about the pressure of a live call that makes your brain go blank.
Completely blank. And the thing is, there are such simple phrases you can use when you don't understand something. Things like, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? Or, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again? So simple, so effective. But in the moment of panic, I always forget they exist.
I do the same thing. I have a trick, though. When I don't understand something, I say, I'm sorry, the line isn't very clear. Could you repeat that even when the line is perfectly clear?
That is not entirely honest, Jake.
No. But it sounds better than, I have absolutely no idea what you just said. And then I listen very carefully the second time. Works every time.
I actually learned something similar at work. If you're not sure you understood, you just repeat back what you think you heard. So just to confirm, you're saying that the meeting is on Thursday at 10? If you got it right, they say yes. If you got it wrong, they correct you. Either way, you end up knowing exactly what was said.
That is genuinely a brilliant technique. I wish someone had told me that before the credit card incident.
And what about starting a call? Because that's another moment that gets people nervous. You pick up the phone, it connects, and suddenly you have to say something.
At work, I used to just say, hello, like I was answering my personal phone. My manager heard me once and very quietly said, we don't answer the phone like that here. From that day, I said, good morning, Jake speaking. How can I help you? For every single call, even calls from my mother.
She must have been confused.
Very confused. But at least I sounded professional.
It does make such a difference, though. Starting a call with your name immediately sounds confident, even if you don't feel confident. Hello, Sarah speaking. Or, good morning. This is Jake from ABC Company. The person on the other end immediately knows who they're talking to, and it sets a good tone for the whole call.
And if you're calling someone, introducing yourself straight away is so important. Not just, hello, is John there? But, hello, this is Sarah calling. Could I speak with John, please? It's such a small thing, but it sounds so much more natural.
I learned this the hard way, too. I called a client once and just said, hi, is Mr. Peterson available? No name, no company, nothing. He asked, who's calling, please? And I panicked and said my name so fast he didn't catch it. He asked again. I said it again. He still didn't catch it. I spelled it out. It was a very long 30 seconds.
And voicemails, we can't forget voicemails. Because I know so many people who just hang up the moment they hear a voicemail.
I was one of those people for years. If nobody answered, I just called back and back and back. I once called the same number 11 times in one day without leaving a message.
11 times?
11 times. The person must have been terrified. On the 12th call, I finally left a voicemail. They called back in 5 minutes. I wasted 11 calls being afraid of a voicemail.
A good voicemail is so simple, though. Just your name, your number, and one sentence about why you called. Hi, this is Sarah. I'm calling about our meeting on Thursday. My number is... Please call me back when you get a chance. Thank you, bye. 20 seconds. Done.
20 seconds. I can do 20 seconds.
You definitely can. And the other thing people find hard is ending a call. Because some calls just keep going and you don't know how to finish without being rude.
I am actually very bad at ending calls. I get the information I need and I say, okay, bye, and hang up. My colleague told me I once hung up on a client mid-sentence. I thought they had finished. They had not finished.
So what do you do now?
I wait longer before saying bye. Much longer. Sometimes too long. The other person has already said goodbye, and I'm still on the line just breathing quietly.
There has to be a middle ground. Something like, great, so we've confirmed everything. Thank you so much for your help. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. That's it. Short, warm, done. Nobody is offended and nobody is left breathing quietly on the line.
That is exactly what I needed to hear 3 years ago, before all the awkward call endings.
Well, now you know. And now everyone listening knows too. And before we go, tell us in the comments, what is the most difficult or embarrassing phone call you've ever had in English? We want to hear your stories. See you next time.